Hello guys, hello. Welcome back to my stream guys. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shadow, and I stream every day as often as possible. We are going to continue on today with our playthrough of DC Universe Online. I think we're just going to try to wrap up the leveling process, and then I might shut the stream down and then reopen it. And we'll talk about the end game, right? And talk about things you should be doing, artifacts, all that nasty stuff that is a part of the game that you're gonna have to get acclimated with once you hit level 30. Stuff that you're really gonna need to have, and I hate to say it, there's no way around needing some of these items. And we're gonna figure it out together, guys. In the meantime, we're going to clear out our inventory. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to salvage some stuff in the House of Legends. And we're going to continue on with our mission. Hopefully we get like a couple missions in here. We get this stream going for maybe 30-40 minutes or so. And guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shadow. I stream every day or as often as possible. The daytime streams are at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and the nighttime streams, which are the main streams, are at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Nighttime streams are Diablo 2. We hit kind of a wall yesterday. We're gonna try to make it through. If you're just watching for DC, you don't gotta worry about any of that stuff. Like I said, we're just gonna continue on with what we're doing here. We'll look at all this exobytes and like other stuff a little bit later. Right now we're just gonna go to, let's see, Metropolis. I believe there's a teleport station over here. There we go. And we need to go to Midtown. I know, we're just gonna do what we do, guys, right? Let's help Dr. Fate. You can see that's a newer looking texture. And I don't think we have any new moves, but we will check before we head out there. We do have a new move, Gravity Well. Gravity Well is pretty good. Let's see what we can possibly put it over. You know what, for now, we can get rid of Akubia Wave, even though it hits pretty hard. We'll work with Gravity Well. You know that sound, guys? I'm sorry. We'll move on with our mission. And the goal right now is to hit 30, right? So we're gonna do our missions. Hopefully it's this mission and then like our last level 30 mission, you know, to be part of the Justice League, right? And then we'll see what happens from there. And if you're just leveling up, guys, if you're new to the game, it's straightforward. If you played an MMO before, usually it's just like kill X amount of enemies, right? Gather X amount of items, you know, hit X amount of nodes. Very straightforward, nothing out of the norm. So don't worry about that too much. And we'll just talk to everybody here. And thankfully we have the shield up, so we can just strafen these saws. And then you can do like the combat part after. And if you want to deal with them now, you're more than welcome to. Unfortunately, this is one of the bad things about Quantum, is that you kind of knock enemies all over the place. That's Gravity Well, by the way, guys, that circle on the floor, that damage circle. And we're just going to try to grab as many spirits as we can to get done with this portion. And then once that stops working, you can kind of just go right for the damage. If you need to use your shield, go ahead and grab your shield, guys, right? It's probably one of your best friends. If you're using a healing class, you could pop a heal on there. Take advantage of people that are like fighting, right, and just get like your objective complete. Maybe they'll draw some aggro away from you. And there you have it. We're done with that part. Now we can just restore these spirits. Basically, you just gotta kill them, right? That's basically what you're doing. And as far as Gravity Well goes, as long as they're trapped in that little circle, they just get damaged, right? They just take damage over time. And doesn't matter if they're not, if it's above them, if it's beneath them, as long as they're like in that area, they should be taking damage. And just do it, guys. If you see a green or a blue, just grab it and make your life easier, especially if you're new and you end up wanting to collect everything. At some point you're gonna have to do it. You can see he's kind of doing his own thing, so we're just gonna pick off the spirits while they're not looking at us too much. You got quite a few followers on him, so just gonna take advantage of that. There we go. Now we just have to restore the Torrent spirits, which are basically the people standing like right over their own bodies. And for this one, if you want, you can basically pop a shield. You know, just go towards these people. Right, and then once it gets to be too much for you, you just start picking everybody apart. And if you're at this level, you should have some AoE, right? You should have some burst damage. Should be okay. You should have a shield, maybe a self-heal for your class. Just be mindful of how much power you have left, because you kind of need power to cast your moves. Okay, and then, there you go, very straightforward and simple. If you're flying, this is even easier, because you can just like use a rifle or something and just tap a grenade at them. And we should only have one more left. There. Oh wait, one more. One more. There you go, guys. And this one's kind of a pain in the butt, right? If you have like a good pull, you're gonna need to bring them to like some of these domes over here. Not this guy, the other spirits, right? There's other spirits here wandering around. I'm actually gonna switch to a pole just because I need it. And we'll use that for a single target instead. You see, we need some enraged spirits. We'll go ahead and pull them. Not the best pull in the game, but it works, right? And then you just have him come over here. He needs to like hit this little sphere basically, and then he'll like get exorcised. And kind of simple. If you're a tank, you could pull a bunch of them at once, right? So keep that in mind. And you need magistrates and you need accusers. You're gonna need both of them, guys. That was my fault. I didn't mean to kill him. That's all he messed it up. He's probably sending me an angry soul right now, but we can't see that. And this is kind of a drag, right? But you have to do it. I think that was it for the magistrates, right? But we'll pull one more just to be sure. Okay, so now you need accusers. They look basically just alike, for all intents and purposes. Which sucks, because they look just alike, right? And I think this was kind of like just fluff, it seems like. But accusers usually are on the opposite side. These spirits aren't really anything, you could just kill them. And hopefully this will agitate a bunch of them. We'll try to clear everything out so they make it over here. And we do just want the accuser. I didn't want to kill him, but it's gonna get a little messy here, guys. See if we can knock down this street light. You can see the pull is kind of wild as well. If you're jumping, like, it just kind of just going some like far away from you, so be careful about that. And since this guy's not important, we're just gonna dust him off. And then hopefully he will follow us. Sometimes they get caught up and they start doing like a pulse beam. And we're done with that part now, we just have to kill spirits, so. Now we can just get to have fun. We can also change our move back to energy expulsion. We also did get another move, guys. I forgot to show it. We'll show it after this part. It's a pretty unique move to Quantum, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you're controlling. That should be it. Okay. And we will show off the move that we missed here, which I believe is oh, we might not even have it yet. We're just gonna make sure. Okay, we actually don't have it yet. Cool. I guess we get level 30. Let's just take a quick look. No, we do have it. Okay, I just missed the graphic for it. This is it right here. And you can put it in place of your shield. It's called Quantum Tunneling, guys. I'm sorry I missed it earlier. But if you, like, say there's a big AoE on the floor, right? You see like a big red marker and you need to get out of there pronto. You hit Quantum Tunneling and it teleports you forward, as well as it gives you like a little shield. And it drops aggro as well, guys. And it's pretty good. We'll like get some aggro, right? So say like we're getting hit right pronto and like oh god, we're taking a lot of damage. You can Quantum Tunnel out of there. You can just start running for it. And you're good, right? And you can use it to get to objectives. You can. Well, that wasn't the best example right there, but right, if you're like on a flat surface, you can use it to travel, to escape, right? To make it to a node if you're like running low on time, right? Like say your partner's down to your left, you click. There you are. You're right next to him. You have a shield. You could pick him up. We'll hold on to that move for a while, right? Just because it's fun. You can see we're already making use of it. There you go, guys. We're on the next part of the mission. And we're going to start this part of the mission. I do need some water, guys. So I'll be back momentarily. Let's grab this side mission as well. This is one of the more annoying missions just because like these places are so saturated with enemies, right? And you just like, sometimes you're just trying to like get one part of the mission complete. But everything is here in this compact little area. I think they kind of just stuffed it all down here, to be honest with you guys. With that said, I will be back, guys. Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to grab some water. See you guys soon. guys, sorry for the delay. I am back. We're just gonna continue on with these missions. Like I said, this is one of more of the annoying missions in the game, mostly because this area has like just a bunch of enemies around, and they're annoying. And we're just gonna try to get it done. We're gonna pick up all these items. These spirits, you need like that little aura, if you noticed that I got earlier, so they can absorb it and be damaged. And I think we'll just take care of them, just to keep them out of our hair. And every time you take down one of the spirits, you need to come back here and get this little aura again. It is straightforward, it's just not the funnest, I will admit. If you get lucky, you can kind of like get a couple of them to hit you at the same time. And you want the Reapers specifically, right? You don't want the Soul Eaters. They look exactly alike because laziness, I'll say. Right, it's more of a time waster. I believe they all give you the same exact aura, right? It doesn't stack or anything like that, so keep that in mind as well. But hopefully, let's see. We'll see if we could grab a couple of them. Those are Soul Eaters. These are Reapers right here. So it seems like we were able to grab both of them. I'm gonna wait for this one to be available to hit. Okay. So this helps slightly, but as you can see now, I gotta go back and do it again. I'll take him out just to take him out. Thankfully we're done with that part. I'm just kind of jumping around to see what's a Soul Eater and what's a Reaper. Maybe we'll get a 3-for-1 special over here. That big Grim Reaper is a bounty, guys. Be careful with that. Luckily there are a couple. I didn't even notice these guys were here, so we'll just grab a couple more and kind of just make sure these are just. Okay, we did actually get 3, so I guess that is a pretty decent strategy. Unfortunately, we do need, let's see if we can grab one real quick. There you go. Now he can do that all he wants. And, okay. Instance portion. Let's just get right in there. And let's just grab this side mission. We'll need it for later, guys, trust me. As far as these spirits go, I guess you can kind of avoid them if you so choose. That might end up being a problem if you avoid them too much. But we'll try to make it through. Looks like eventually we're gonna have to fight him at some point. But you don't have to fight every enemy, is the point I'm trying to make, right? If you don't feel like you can survive like this onslaught, feel free to just pick the enemies off as you go, right? Pop your execute, pop your AoE, pop your DOT, right? All that stuff. And I think we'll grab the self barrel. And this part is easy, right? Just, like I said, most of the missions are easy, guys. If you've been watching the playthrough, as you can see, basically just kill, right? Just kill and keep moving. Sometimes they throw a wave of, like, enemies at you. They shouldn't be too difficult. I do hear a green. Okay. There it is. I don't know about you guys, but I'm extremely hungry. I guess that's a bridge I'll have to cross later on down the line, right? When it's time to eat. There's the treasure chest, we're gonna grab that. And you have a green arrow and green lantern here. They are friends, right? If you guys didn't know that. Which is why they're together. You know, they're not just league mates. There's a Spectre, guys. We won't be fighting him yet. We have to do a couple things before we're able to deal with him. Basically, we just gotta destroy these soul shards, or these soul crystals. And I'm hoping after this mission is complete, we'll get our last mission. And then I think the next time you see me on DC, we'll talk about what to do at level 30. I won't have the best tips for you guys, right? Just because I've been playing so long that I'm not sure what a new player should be doing, like a brand new player. But I'll try to steer you in the right direction. Okay. Looks like we missed a green somewhere, but that is perfectly okay. We won't be worrying about it too much. I would like to be out of combat as well, right? Because I kind of want my health to go back up. Kind of at a disadvantage here. I guess we'll have to pop this barrel. I guess we're just gonna fight the Spectre for a little bit, guys. Then he inhabits like our buddies' bodies, and we just gotta beat them up too, basically. Then he takes us over. Now, for some reason, that happens, right? It used to be a little different, but there was a game-breaking bug the first couple of years of the game. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm just waiting for my, there you go, 35% to come into play. So you used to turn into the Spectre, right? And then Eclipse would come out and you would use that one move you had on the tray. It's called Word of Power. When you use it, you would basically one-shot them, right? But there was a glitch where you can basically put that specific power, because this was unique to the Spectre, right? That version of it was unique to Spectre. You could glitch it and then like go out into the world and have that move, and that move would one shot just everything and you would ever come across, right? So you could take it to PvP, you could take it to raids, you could take it just out in the open world. There might be an old video floating around of someone just one-shotting like 20-30 villains at a time, and you just see them all like dead on the beach, right, just taking a knee. And I think they couldn't figure it out, so they just kind of like made it appear, and then you just like lose it pretty quickly. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that was the problem with it. See, we got these creatures, right? These trench creatures. This is for the seasonal that's out right now, guys. If you have a water themed character and you're watching this and it's still fairly recent, this video, you might want to go and do the summer seasonal and get all your Aquaman stuff, your water stuff, your shark heads, all that stuff. Make sure you get it done, guys. And the exit is right here, right? For some reason, you see how it kind of like vanishes.
My enemies fear my power, and know this is my only weakness. But in it, there is also strength. For vengeance is eternal, and it must be served.
Very cool. We're just going to go ahead and turn that mission in. And I know I'm saying this kind of late, guys, but if you do these like solo things right while you're leveling up, if you don't drink a soda or use a supercharge, you do get a feat. I forget all the time sometimes, and I'll like drink a soda just for like the sake of having power. If you have like a self heal or anything like that, or a good shield, you can probably manage, right, getting to the instance. If you're like feat hunting and trying to get a lot of skill points, all these little things do add up. So if you do your first time and you can make it through without popping a cola or anything like that, uh, try not to use one, right? And then all you have to do is do it one time, and then you never have to do it again, basically. So keep that in mind, folks. If you don't really care about that too much, it's not that big of a deal. You can get skill points like other ways as well. And there we have it, guys. Very easy. So it looks like we do have our last mission ready. This is interesting, right? Because I do know they're getting rid of the watchtower, and it makes us go to the watchtower to continue our last part of the mission, right? They're basically like trying to like make heroes and villains all kind of like one side, but for leveling up purposes, and I believe you have to go to the Hall of Justice to talk to the Justice League a lot of the times. I know they got relocated, right? But I could clearly see that there's still some work to be done, and you do have to go to the watchtower. Which, nothing wrong with that, guys, right? But I just wonder how they're gonna fix that. I think they're just gonna relocate everybody. I'll worry about all that stuff later, guys. Sorry, I'm just like kind of preparing myself. Okay, so we're just gonna go to the watchtower. I think we could just teleport there. And we have to talk to Supergirl. This is our end game mission, right? This is like the mission we do when we want to hit level 30. Uh, since we are a meta hero, this is what we have to do, right? It's different for each mentor you have. I'm sorry. So like, say you have Batman, you have to talk to somebody else, right? If you have Meta like Superman, you come here, and Magic, you'll have to do something related with Wonder Woman. This was redesigned specifically for the CW show, which I think ended up getting canceled, right? They want us to go to Daily Planet. There is a teleporter specifically made for us to go there. And there's not really any like side missions here. Basically straightforward. But we'll rescue these students. I don't think you necessarily have to. We're just gonna clear. We're kind of going to just clear everything out. And by this point in the game, guys, you should really know what moves you want to use, what moves you like, what moves do pretty good damage. Or you should be able to kind of protect yourself here. If you've done the ally mission, you should have Oracle at the very least, and she isn't the best damage dealer, but she will help you make it through a little bit. You can deal with them at your leisure, honestly. It's really, you should be pretty good at this point in the game, right? If you're still struggling, if you're having trouble, if you don't, like, if you're, like, not too into, like, what you're using, this would actually, like, this would be a critical moment, I would say, like, if you're really not liking the power you have, if you're frustrated with, like, what the moves do, I would definitely take a step back for a moment, maybe take a little break from the game, you know, think if you really actually want to use this power, right? If you're, especially if you're new and you don't really have that many characters, really think about it for a moment and see if you want to continue forward with this. Because if you end up just like leveling this character up and putting a lot of time into him or her and getting them gear and getting them acclimated, and eventually you end up hating the power and you want to switch, it is going to cost real life money, guys. So if you're new, if you're just trying this character out, you can always stop right here and start using somebody else, or, you know, like looking at another power you're interested in before you make the big leap and hit level 30 and getting into in the end game, right? Because there's a few things you'll have to do that might or might not cost money depending on how much money you want to spend, right? Or at the very least, it will cost you a lot of your time. And you don't want to feel like you wasted your time on a character that you don't even enjoy playing. So just be extremely careful, guys, at this point. Right. If you're still having fun, right, and you like the power and it's all cool, go ahead, go for it. And this enemy should be pretty easy. I'm not sure if there's any like feats to not like die or get knocked out here, so we're just gonna not use a soda, right? We're just gonna fight him, basically. This used to be a lot harder when you were leveling up, right? Sometimes you would need a friend to come in here and kind of help you burn down some of the ads that are with him. Not so much the case anymore, as you can see. I think we'll just grab some personality just because I actually need it from my other characters. And I don't think there's any greens in here, any blues, anything like that. I didn't hear anything. You can come back as long as you have this mentor through that teleporter. So don't worry about not being able to access this place again. Now there are some greens and blues in here. A lot of it is sectioned off. This is actually the real villains. Well, it's a map of the villains holodeum, right? You won't see any villains in here. This is more of an instance, but the map is pretty much the same for the most part. So if you're wondering what the villains like Watchtower looks like, this is what it looks like right here, or their version of the Watchtower. And we did see a green in that cutscene, right? I'm pretty sure we did. There it is. We're just gonna grab it real quick. And it looks like there's a few of them. It looks like there's a few of them, guys. We have some iconic villains we have to face. As you can see, he's like gonna charge up into a big burst. That's where our like nice little teleporter comes into play. Right, a nice little teleport move at me. Unfortunately, we got caught up in the camera. But there you go. You kind of need this Viking helm as well, for reasons, right? So, I still wouldn't worry too much about like what Rawless says right now. And we're just gonna look around real quick for some other greens. Maybe some blues. There you go, there's a nice one right there. And technically we don't need to get it right. I'm kind of just full spam. You know what, I think we'll just move on with the story. It's not that big of a deal. But there are some hidden around, right? There's one right there. There's Cheetah. She got redesigned. I do not like this redesign at all. But there it is, guys. She will... Oh, I thought she was going to patiently wait for us to grab this, but we still got it. And they're just gonna give us some stuff, right? Very cool. We'll grab this Furious Belt. As you can see, there's like a mob of enemies coming towards me. Easily dealt with. So I think we're coming up on a section that we'll kill this other wave of enemies real quick. Or it's too late. And there's one more right there. He's waiting for us. Oh, a couple. Okay, we'll deal with them. And we're just gonna check, make sure there's no other blues here. I think there's one like right around this table. But here we're coming up on a concept that they kind of stopped working with, right? And I really wish they would have continued on using. So you know, this game basically is about our characters being effective exobytes and things like that, right? So aside from our characters, there are other heroes and villains out there that are just like us. And we come across one here. It was made by the game company, and he talks about like reading about us on the forums and hearing about us, and basically he's their own character they made, and he's like an exobyte infused villain. And I think they really dropped the ball here, because they could have had a lot of like mini bosses or bosses that were like exobyte. I think they call us exobyters in the game, right? And we could have had some unique experiences, and we didn't just have to fight strictly like DC licensed heroes, right? They could have had some fun missions. But they kind of didn't go anywhere with this concept. And that is the Overlord he's made for the game. He's a character just like us, right? Leveling up. Not quite there yet. I mean, his design could be improved, but I like the idea behind it. Right, the idea behind it. They could have went a lot further with it in other DLCs and in other raids. Right, maybe like an Exobyte person was working for like Lex Luthor or something like that, and he was like a mini boss. They could have definitely went that route. They didn't go with that. They kind of just forgot about it, or they didn't care to design anybody. And we have a couple of them, right? But it took years. Like we have Titanic Trenton as a boss and stuff like that. But it's you know, it's not the same. You know, it was much later on down the line, and we got like kind of like that one little bone thrown at us, and that was about it. But it is what it is at this point, guys, and there's not much we could do. I just feel like it would have been something fun. And after we complete this, guys, we're gonna be level 30. We're gonna finish up the leveling up process, and then the next DC stream we do, we'll be talking about like what to do at level 30, gear you need, you know, stuff like that. What you should be focusing on. I don't think we'll get every like green and blue in here. We're trying to get most of them. I'm just gonna check downstairs again real quick. I'm pretty sure I'm missing at least one that I should have by now. But we're not gonna worry about that too much. If you're like super new and you should do like some searching, right? And hopefully you'll find everything in here. You can always come back to it and pick up the last one. But since we haven't found it, we're just gonna move forward. I'm pretty sure I checked up here, didn't I? Yes, okay. And this is the big fight. We're gonna fight Luthor, right? We're gonna help Superman out. He got super wrecked by the Kryptonite beings. And now's a chance to, you know, to help our mentor out, you know, our idol. And he thinks we're a bum, right? But we're not. I'm gonna work him. We can teleport too. And just use all your skills that you have at your disposal. And here's the endgame cutscene, right?
I am Superman. I was born on the planet Krypton and sent here to Earth to save my life.
use my powers to protect this planet and all who live here. To challenge selfishness, cruelty, greed. To share my gift and my burden with others who choose this fight. It's good to know that I cannot stand alone. For every villain, there is a hero. That every man can choose to be a Superman.
There you have it, guys. I think there's a... I could have sworn there was like a sneaky, like, blue or green hidden around here. But I could be thinking about something else, right? We won't worry about it too much, right? Like I said. We're just going to continue on with the story. But we are near the end of our leveling journey, guys. And there you have it, guys. Usually they would make you go to the Hall of Legends, like up here, right? But since they added in the House of Legends, I mean the Hall of Heroes, right? They'll make you go up there. However, since they added in the House of Legends, guys, we're gonna have to go to the House of Legends. We're gonna wrap everything up here. We're just gonna talk to Superman, right? Here he is. Right, here's the Trinity.
Not everyone has what it takes to take a beating from the villains of this world. You do. You've brought the fight right back to me. From all of us in the Just Relations, we're thank you. You are now an official member of the JLA.
There you have it, guys.
Member of the Justice League. Congratulations.
Once I hit this, we should hit level 30. And that is our, that is the max level, right? The max level is 30, and as you can see, they talk about combat ratings. Basically, what determines like how powerful you are now is your armor and your gear. You get more gear by doing the DLC, the content, right? Doing the raids. And then you could do the next level of raids and things like that. I'm not even sure what tier we're up to, technically. Right, the combat rating goes pretty high. So if you see someone that's like level 200, level 300, you know, that's their gear score, that's their combat rating, that's not their level. But they are level 30, you know. So now that's what determines everything. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. We'll take a look at what we got. We didn't get much, right? We're gonna salvage all that, and then I think we're gonna wrap the stream up. And then the next stream we have, we'll talk about what to do once you hit 30, right? Things we should be trying to get, gear, allies, artifacts, all that nasty stuff. We'll look at this later. Right, we're not gonna do any of this stuff yet. I think he might be trying to give us like a little CR boost. I'm sorry. I have some heartburn. But we will look at that later, guys. Crap. I needed that. That's fine. Don't worry too much if you like salvage something at this point in the game. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a neck piece. That was my fault. And we will worry about all that stuff later. As you can see, The more you play the game, the better gear you'll get, right? The nicer looking stuff. You can like come here and look at some of the heroes and villains standing around. They usually work pretty hard on their outfits, right? Some of the stuff is seasonal only, right? But a lot of the stuff is obtainable. So you can worry about that at another point in time, guys. If you're just leveling up, just keep trying to have fun with the game. And we will start streaming DC again tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for watching me. Stay tuned tomorrow, guys. We'll talk about the end game. We'll talk about leveling up and getting geared up and being a part of a group and trying to find the league and things like that. I think we'll tackle all that tomorrow. Maybe a small increments. Maybe we'll start talking about like artifacts and some of the less fun stuff that you probably will need if you could decide to continue playing the game to make you stronger. And it's just a sad reality of like some of the stuff that you will need. So we will talk about that later. If you're just leveling up and having fun, just keep doing that, guys. And thank you so much for watching me. My name is Shadow. I will be back later tonight, 8 p.m. We're going to stream Diablo 2. We're going to figure out what I need for that game. We'll worry about that later, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate it. If you're new here, feel free to give me a follow. We'd like to keep it casual. So if you like casual, chill streams, this is the right place to be. Not required, guys. Just appreciate it. Thank you so much again, guys. I'll catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks.